Yeah, it's gonna be a minute. I did.
The following video is proudly presented by MightyOxTrading. All information contained in this video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. It
Hey,
is
you're
not
gonna have to be
financial or
quieter.
investment advice. Good evening and welcome to MightyOxTrading. Happy Wednesday evening. Hope everyone's had a great day, ready for a great evening. In one moment, we'll be bringing in Sid Chase. As long as everything works right. Sid, I'm still seeing your face. Did you want your charts up or your face up?
Either way, it's fine. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Give me 1 second while I figure this out. There we go, I think. There we are. It's a little small. Let me adjust that window. I wonder if I could take off. Where my shoes factories and non-video. Hide non-video participants. There we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, there's Sid. Wave hi, Sid. So we're going to do some trading. We're going to do some talking. We're going to be seeing Sid's charts as he takes trades or looks to take trades, and be having some fun. Hello, Brooks. Good evening. Might be hearing me double because you're hearing Sid's audio too. So, Lexi, hello. I don't recognize that name. If you're new to the stream, welcome. Oh, Sid, can you turn
Lexi is my
your
daughter-in-law.
Oh, okay.
Sid, can you turn your... Yep. Oh, okay. There you go.
Okay. Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me, Sid? He's got, okay, I think he's going to a headset. A little bit of bugs to work out here, folks, but anyway, we're going to make this work. We see NQ popping up a little bit. NQ had an interesting day. Started good, ended bad, as did the ES. We ended at lows a day. Gold ended depressed. Copper ended depressed. Copper ended it really flat. Ultravon was happy and still happy. And crude was below 70. It's still, yeah, it's below 70. Can you hear me, Sid?
No, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. Now I think we got it. Again, everybody hear Sid. If everyone can hear Sid, let me know. Or if anybody can hear Sid. Talk a minute, Sid, just so until. Yep. Okay,
Hey,
Brooks.
everybody.
Yep.
Thanks
Okay,
for
there we
coming
go.
out and listening to Brian and I.
Okay, so there we go. Stranger Things, welcome. So, okay, let me get my
That's my
charts up.
granddaughter.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, nice to meet the Sid Chase family. Okay, so Sid, welcome. Nice to have you on MightyOxTrading.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I'm looking forward to it.
You had a good day today. You own stocks, you said, right?
I did. Yeah. 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 I took only one MES trade, and I actually was red.
Yeah, I think your stock trade's made up for that. um,
Yeah.
so, uh, I'm assuming you've traded stocks for a while. Did you add futures in later? Is futures something newer to you, or have you been trading them for a while as well?
Yeah. Actually, futures is only about a year, maybe. I've been trading stocks for day trading stocks for about 6 years. I've been in the stock market, running my own portfolios and managing some other ones from by the time I was about 30. So about 30 years now.
Oh, wow, that's pretty amazing. Well, um, you're definitely good at it. I mean, have you always been day trading, or is day trading more newer to you as well? And were you just investing in the past?
Mostly investing in the past. Day trading, I just kind of started it roughly about 6 years ago.
Cool. So let's see here. Watching NQ kind of trying to pop up a little bit. Good evening, JC. Welcome.
Hey,
So,
JC.
so first time for me doing this, so I'm a little rough at being a host, but we'll get we'll kind of muster our way through this. Now, do you usually trade in the evenings, or you just kind of trade in the evenings when I'm on stream?
I only trade when you're on stream.
Okay, it's definitely a slower time, but we usually can get a couple good trades out of the evening.
Yeah, I actually took one the other night, I think after you left. And I think that thing went for like 8 or 9 points for me. I was trading the MNQ.
Yeah, you trade both MNQ and MES, right? How do you usually they're I shouldn't say usually. Oftentimes they're running the same pattern. Is there a reason you pick one over the other?
Just volume. So whatever one's moving the most. But at nighttime I normally go with the MNQ, and then during the daytime I usually do the MES.
Okay, I mean, yeah, it makes sense because yeah, ES or MES is much slower in the evening times. I I don't think I could trade NQ or MNQ I'm sorry, ES or MES in the evening and just put me to sleep.
And so hopefully we have some good action tonight. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, good point. Let me see what news catalysts we might have tonight. Let me look here. In about 13 minutes, Japanese foreign stock investment. I don't think that's going to move the market. 9:30 Eastern, Australian trade balance. And then at 8 o'clock, Bank of Japan's Governor Yuta semi-annual report. No idea if that's going to move. I really don't know what moves the markets in the evening, so we'll just have to watch and see if any of that does anything for us.
Hopefully it picks up around 7, a little after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, that's when various markets start opening. I think Tokyo opens at 7, and then I want to say Singapore opens at 8, and one other market, but one of these days I need to look that up again. I looked it up once.
Hey, Blake, welcome to the show tonight. Blake is one of my students.
Oh, awesome. Welcome, Blake. Glad to have you. Hey, American Dance Oh, Ken. That's your name, right? American Dance Experience is Ken. I remember that now. How you doing tonight, Ken? So, I said today we did see a pretty, over the last few days we've seen a pretty significant fall in crude oil. We're down under 70 there. See that in changing gas prices. Meanwhile, the bonds are ripping. So you just stick with the NQ and MES. You don't trade any other futures like oil. You don't you trade gold other ways, right? You don't really trade the futures.
Sometimes I will trade the futures, gold and silver. Sometimes copper, natural gas. I'm waiting for a trade on natural gas right now.
Oh wow.
Um, Oil, nor really no. Um, Gold, I usually trade if I'm looking to like get in and out. I usually trade it through a company called Cyber Metals. I've used them since they came online, and I've had great luck with them. And a lot of times they give offers where you can buy at spot prices with no premiums, and that's normally when I'm doing my buying.
All right. You said you've been in gold since it's been about what? You said 1400 or 1500?
Yeah, it was around 1450, I believe. I'd have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure it was really close to that is when I started getting in. And then silver, let me look at my chart here real quick. I think silver was, go back here.
Bring up a silver chart on screen
Yes,
right now.
silver was around 14. Yeah, silver, I got in around $14 back in 2016. But now, just to be a disclosure on that, I've been in and out of silver, gosh, probably since I was in the military back in 81. But I buy physical, I buy it through Cyber Metals, I buy it stocks, equities. So I've been holding stuff a very long time.
Wow. That's definitely been a nice investment for you. It's up at 24,260 here in the futures. See, we got a little bit of a pullback there on NQ, but nothing to write home about right now. Trying to look at my charts to see where I think it might be going. We'll watch for my triggers. So you said you're watching for a trade right now in natural
Hey,
gas.
Ken, glad to hear you. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Yes, on natural gas. I think we're going to get a breakout here and possibly go back up to maybe 275-ish.
Cool. I don't think I've ever talked to anyone else that traded natural gas.
I was just going to say, how you doing, Ken? And I'm doing good. It's a little chilly down here in Myrtle Beach this tonight, but other than that, Ken, we're doing good.
Somehow I have a feeling your chili and my chili is two different things.
That's for sure.
So, guys, that this is our first time doing this, and we weren't able to work out all the bugs, so we might be talking over each other every now and then. For some reason, Sid can't hear me through Zoom, so he's waiting to hear me over YouTube, and there's going to be a little delay. So we might talk over each other every now and then, but we worked out the bugs like quickly an hour before we went live, so we'll when we do this again sometime in the future, we'll work out more bugs. But so just a couple little hiccups tonight.
Connecticut it's a small state, Ken, but it's a cool state. I like Connecticut. I used to spend a lot of time there.
I'm getting a little blue candle here on the 3 minute chart if it holds. Oh, little burst there. If it holds, I'm probably gonna need to try along. We'll see what it does. Got 90 seconds on it. So, investing for a lot of years, day trading. Was day trading just another challenge you wanted to try at that point? Because I mean, obviously you've done a lot in your life. You're very successful. You've been very successful, multimillionaire, real estate, and a whole bunch of other things. Did you just decide that you needed another new challenge when you decided to go from investing to over to day trading?
You know, I just I don't know. I just thought of it as another way to, bring in a stream of income. Maybe take 2 to 3 hours out of my time in the morning, and I don't know what I was thinking, to be honest with you. I probably would not go back and do it again. I like the long term investing, but it's been a rough road for me. I won't lie to any of you guys. I wouldn't lie to anybody, anyways. But my first year, I got mixed up with the wrong people. They actually got SEC violated, is what I like to call it, and I lost a bunch of money that year. I made back about I made back about 90% of it the next year, and I've been doing okay since then. And so I'm green this year. I've been green for a while now, but the first probably 3 years was pretty tough.
I think the first couple of years are, usually tough for most people. Uh, Everyone thinks you're just going to jump in and get rich quick. I'm sure you didn't, that wasn't your thought process because, but so many people do jump in and think it's just going to take hold and they're going to be rolling in the money and they get very humbled. I mean, I didn't think that way, but I didn't think that this journey was going to take me as long as it has to where I'm finally starting to feel like I'm on the right path.
Yeah, like I said, I'll be honest with you. I thought I was going to do very well. I didn't think it would take me too long um, to get this. And what I realized was obviously it's not what it seems to be. It's everything is pretty much the opposite of what you're thought or taught all your life or your thought process is. And you have to refigure your mind and do things that aren't comfortable. And it's hard. It can be hard for people.
Yeah, risk aversion has definitely been my one of my big issues. You know, I just that's where I've struggled a lot. It's been probably the reason that I have not found the success I've been looking for yet, but I'm starting to get there. But it's no one when you start trading, no one really tells you at first that. how big of the mental game is the important part. It's not the finding an edge isn't necessarily the hardest part. It's the mental side of things that is.
Exactly. I'm trying to break out of these bands that I have on my charts, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Which bands do you use?
I'm using. I don't. No. You remember our conversation with Burl the other night? I'm a trend line guy. I don't
Oh, okay.
use
Okay.
indicators very
Yeah, I try it.
often. I do. I do keep a. What is it? Hold on a second. It's an EMA. Kind of like a stochastic thing on the bottom of my chart, but it's more there because I like the Christmas colors than anything else. I really try to trade just off from trend lines. That's what works for me. And that was our conversation the other night. It's hard to have that. I was sitting out on the fire and
Yeah.
back at the farm there and on my phone with that conversation. But um, there's no really right or wrong way to trade, in my opinion. I mean, it's whatever works for each individual person because each individual person's psyche is different. And so what works for you might not work for me, or what maybe my version works for you, but it's tilted in a different format. So I like trend lines.
Yep, exactly. I've had so many people that have tried to say, well, you know, I need to switch to their way to trade if I want to be successful. There's no way I'm going to be successful with what I'm doing. And it's just like there's a thousand different ways to trade. You got to find what works for you, and telling someone that something's not going to work for them just that doesn't help them at all. Just it just starts making them doubt themselves even more.
Exactly. Trading, equities or whatever futures or whatever you're trading is one completely 100% different from, buying a cask of whiskey or buying a piece of land or flipping a house or buying an apartment complex. Those are cookie cutter things. There's really only basically one way to do those things. And the biggest thing is stay under budget and buy low. And it's totally different.
Yeah. So right now we're not really moving one way or the other here in the indices. It's just kind of one step forward, one step back around 15,819 ES at 45.56. Interesting to see if we continue to trend down as we were in the afternoon, or if it tries to recover some, or if it's just going to be a boring evening. Boring price action evening.
And just to kind of talk, sorry about that, Ruben.
No.
Just to talk about trading a little bit on my stock or equity side,
Mhm.
I I only really trade about 6 to 8 stocks that I watch, the same stocks all the time. I very rarely go outside of that. And so over the years, I've learned those stocks, and their tendencies, and that's the correct word. And I do well with them. I mean, Tesla is probably one of my number one stocks that I trade.
Yeah, I've heard that that's the best way to approach stocks. I know that there's like lots of people that try and run scanners and try and find the one that's breaking, one or two that's breaking out that day on news reports or whatever. It's kind of what I was looking at when I first started with my trading journey. But when you have almost no money and you got to deal with the PDT rule and you have to deal with can't really short sell and all that other stuff, it's really a frustrating journey. So that's what ended up getting me into futures. But yeah, sticking with those big boys and just learning their moves and learning their tendencies, I know can definitely be a winning strategy for a lot of people. And good evening, Kim. Welcome.
Jupiter, Kim, hey, my girl from Texas. Did you get a? I can't see your chart real well. Did you get a signal on that Nasdaq?
Oh, quick dump. I just get a purple candle, but I was on the wrong chart. Let's see here.
I was sorry about that.
No, that was fine. I don't know why I was looking at crude there for a minute. Yeah, I kind of. That's one thing about the evening. It kind of lull you to sleep, and then all of a sudden, boom. So I didn't take anything there. Getting another purple candle. Let's see if it continues down here on the 1 minute chart. While I get my chart ready here. Kim just came for the dog pictures.
Yeah, I sent her some the other night.
Okay.
When we've been trading chicken pitchers.
Trading pictures and checks, huh?
Yeah. Well, her chick's a male, so
Mighty Ox after dark.
yeah. Oh, I don't like that. I don't
Order
like that
filled.
candle. Left a big old wick there.
I'm short.
Nice. You heard that?
I'm short, but it's not showing my Tradovate screen. Did a guy shorted on the wrong account? I can fix that. There we go. Now it will show. I have two Topstep accounts. I had to switch between one and the other. One and the other. Move my stop down here to the top of that purple candle. We're in, and we're up a full half a point.
So anybody, we got like 18 people watching, but just to let you guys know that are on there on the other end of this, I'm open to any questions that you may have, as long as they're not too personal, but investing wise or just anything, I'll be more than happy to answer them
Yep.
if I can.
Fire away for Sid. My stop here is about 3.5 points. See where we go here. See if this wants to continue down for me. Did have a good day today. One Topstep account, which I'm trying to pass for the evaluation, was up $1,200, and my other one was up $400 and something dollars. If I could continue that, things would be good.
Man, that's a great job then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really starting to see the market a lot better the last few weeks, and now Monday got me. Those strong trend days still get me, but I definitely like days that kind of go up and
Yeah,
down, up and down.
I heard you talking about that today. And I would trends are trends are tough, man. I mean, even the pros have a problem with them, especially if you're a day trader.
Yeah, I definitely prefer it when it's goes up for a while and then comes back down and then back up. Getting in, it's like I keep trying to guess where the trend's gonna end and it chews me up, and I don't trust getting back in because I think it's already too high. It's just like messes with my mind. Thank you,
Yeah, you got to
JC.
be like a Cobra helicopter, man. Quick strike, in and out.
Pulling back here a little bit. We're down 2 points. Might have got in as that move was ending, which is okay.
Well, you got the VWAP coming up here, so hopefully that'll give a little rejection. So I didn't get in the trade either. But if I would be in the trade right now, I probably would have added up there near the VWAP.
Where is view up? Okay, I see view up.
Yeah, it's right there near the close of day. Well, what I have is close of day.
Yeah.
8:15 and a quarter ish.
I think. Yeah. I have view up for me. I have it at 8:15 3/4. Yeah, that's right.
Yep, yep.
Now I'm down 2.5 points. Not a big stop on it, so I mean, it's either gonna go for me or not. I find with my, the system I use, it either goes or it doesn't. If it's gonna stop me out, it's gonna stop me out. But we'll see what it does here. Again, we have Sid Chase on the night, longtime investor, day trader, real estate guy, done just about everything you can imagine. And he's willing to accept any of your questions about investing, trading, anything you guys would like to know from Sid. Watch this price action just about stop me out. It's one tick away.
Stop filled.
And as you can hear, my computer volume's a little loud. Usually you don't hear my computer noises, but in order to hear the other side of the Zoom, I had to do that. Let me see if I can turn that down. Well, that was a 4-point loss, $80. There's my volume. There it is.
So let's see where this candle closes.
There's actually a blue candle for me. I could have went long on it. That's something else I need to get better at, is adjusting my mind from one direction to the other when it happens.
Yeah, there we go. That would have put me out.
Yep, I just got in where it reversed. So I should, I was looking at my 1 minute, didn't look at the 3 minute, seeing how it pierced that band and kind of bounced. So
So one of my friends just texted me. He's listening in, and for some reason he can't comment on the screen. His name is Mike. He's from also from Texas area, um, old army buddy of mine. So his question was, has Saudi Arabia possibly not trading in U.S. dollars affected the market or affected me at all? To be honest with you, Mike, I haven't seen that at all, and I don't know about anybody else on here, so anybody can comment if they've seen it, but I haven't even seen that news anywhere.
yeah, I didn't know anything about that. And the reason he might not be able to comment on here is that if he hasn't subscribed to the channel, the chat is subscriber only.
Gotta subscribe, Big Mike.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
There's our short right there, pickles.
I've been surprised that oil has dropped so much with everything going on in the Middle East and all that. Even their cuts and it's still dropping.
Yeah, but they're only cutting about 1 million barrels or so. I mean, that's not really going to affect the market or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to continue to come down. I mean, I don't. I was talking to a friend of mine in Reno today, another trader, and I was kind of throwing it in his face a little bit, but we're paying $2.68 a gallon here, and he's at four. I think he's at 4.58 in Reno.
Oh wow.
Yeah, there you go, Brian.
Nice blue candle on the one. 100 EMA sitting there is a little bit worrisome, but let's see what it does. How this finishes. 30 seconds on this candle. Guys, don't be afraid to jump in on the chat. Comment on anything, even if you don't have questions. Just talk normally. If you have anything you want to say.
Yeah, they're awful quiet tonight, aren't they?
Yeah.
Order filled.
Push up
Oop,
over the
whoops. I
market
thought I
bar.
turned that
Yes.
down, but
Come
it's
on.
still
There
out.
you go.
There we go. Long. We move the stop up here. Let's see if it gets through that 100 EMA. There we go. We'll blow up the chart. Ooh. Yeah, that 100 EMA.
Little reversal there. Wow.
If it comes down to bite me. Only messing with one contract right now. I was trading 2 or 3 contracts during the day today, but only doing one right now because basically it's a little harder to read the market in the evening just because of the lesser volume. Kim, how did you do trading today? How's your Topstep account?
Okay, I just got an email that says ladies' night at the Masons dinner. I think Kim needs to fly in and go to dinner.
Well, back up to my entry here. There you go, Kim. Invitation from Sid.
Come on, Kim. Bring Frankenstein with you.
See if we can break through that EMA. Just watching this, seeing where it wants to go. Hey, Mike. Welcome. How you doing tonight? How was your trading today? There we go. Come on. Push up. Oh, wait. My target is way too high here. What's our ATR? It's probably like 2.64.
Hey, Mike, how you doing?
Oh, Mike. Sid Chase is joining us tonight.
The bearded guy. Mike's got a beard too. Come on.
Trying out this where we may have guests here and there if we can work out all the bugs. Be great for the evening streams where
I'll
it's a
tell you
little.
another good guest to have.
Go ahead, Sid.
Sorry about that again. A good guest for you would be JC on having somebody come in and really talk about the bonds market.
Yeah. Well, I was talking to CFT as well, Canadian Futures Trader. He only trades the Ultra Bond, and he might be wanting to come on a stream one day, probably a morning stream versus an evening stream, but he's 100% bonds, and he doesn't use charts at all. He just uses the Dome or Dom or however.
Oh, the The DOM, or the
Yeah,
ladder, the
yeah.
trader ladder or something.
He doesn't look at charts at all. He's just uses that. Oh, look at this. There we go. Oh, see,
Yep, there you go.
I didn't get
Hey,
out quick
Darren,
enough.
welcome aboard tonight.
Hey, Darren, come on back up. Come on.
There you go, Ox. There you go.
Sorry about that sound. Yeah, 3 points. I probably should get out there, honestly. Oh, maybe not.
Probably make it up to pretty close to 23, maybe
Oh,
23.
there's
Order filled.
just hit my target.
Nope.
I got it at 22, so 4.5 points. I made back what I lost earlier plus a couple bucks.
Nice job, Ox.
Kim must have came in a little late. Kim asking again, how long have you been in the markets?
So overall long-term trading, I started back in the early 80s. I joined the military in 81, so I started investing in 82 or 83. Then I got very serious about it probably when I was in my 26 or so. So that'd be about 10 years later. Um, and I've been day trading for about 6 years. My first 3 years was, you know, it was it was one of those shit shows. It was terrible, uh, but it takes time to get it.
Yep, it's definitely not something you could just jump into. And, it's like, I've heard, other traders say, it's just like, being a surgeon or whatever. It's not like you can just expect to, go to a couple months of med school and start performing brain surgery. It's something you learn over time, and you can't rush it. Hey, don't be sorry, Kim. It's all good.
That's exactly true.
Pulling back there, so it got up to wow, I got lucky. It only got up another tick above my target and pulled back.
That was a great trade, Fox.
Thank you. So 1 for 2 tonight. Go back down to the smaller screen. There we go. ES also made a nice little quick move up there for a couple points. As did the Dow. Dow about 10 points. Thanks, JC. JC, any questions for Sid? Anybody else any questions for Sid?
Surprised Brooks not on here. I let
He's
him go home early so he could get on the show tonight. So
He said hi right before the stream started, and he actually told us the audio sounded good, and then he disappeared. Oh, he's there. There
oh,
he is.
there he is. There he is. Because I was just about going. Yeah, so when Brooks is at home, he's not in charge, Ox. You know what I'm saying? So. He's probably laying in his bed right now and trying to trade crypto.
How's your
Oh, okay. You need some peace and quiet, did you?
uh,
Yeah. So
how's,
Brooks has got a little 3-year-old. I think she's 3. Correct me if I'm wrong, Brooks, but she just had her birthday. I believe it was Saturday.
there's a question for you, Sid.
Yeah, sure, Mike. Yeah, I don't have one. I mean, I don't have like a set system. So I use trend lines mostly, and I look for breaks of the trend line. And I don't usually take breakouts on these, but I look for the retest and then to go higher. I prefer shorting. I'll sit around and wait for a short to come up. I'm much better at shorting than I am going long. but I mostly use trend lines.
Brooks is hiding in the bathroom.
I pay attention to a 1 minute chart and a 15-minute chart when I'm hiding. So I really just a price action trader, Mike. I don't use a lot of signals or indicators or things like that. I'm not saying that I don't look at them occasionally, but I'm more just a price action trader. I go with the I kind of go with the wind. I really prefer to trade equities more than I do the futures market. It's something that I'm okay at it, but I'm not really great at it. I am green, but I'm not. I would say I'm not really great at it. Now on the equity side, I do pretty well with that. I mean, Brooks could vouch for that. He's in here watching me trade every morning instead of doing his work.
So we bounced off that band there on the
I'm
one and
just busting his chops.
came down about 6 points.
Brooks is a great guy. He's a great worker, and
Oh yeah, I knew you were busting his chops. I'm sure if you two didn't like each other, you wouldn't be
yeah,
hanging
I
on the
do love
same
to trade
stream.
Tesla, man. I rarely have any losses on Tesla. I love to trade Tesla. Yeah, that's a good point, Brian.
For all of those that might be confused, Brian is my actual real name. Believe it or not, my mother didn't name me Ox at birth.
Yep. I keep getting goofed up about it.
It's not that big of a deal.
Can everybody hear me okay? I've had a couple of people text me and tell me they're not really hearing my voice very well. Maybe I need to speak up.
I might be able to adjust something here. Hold on. Yeah, I can adjust there. You should be louder now. Okay, talk again, Sid, and see what they think now.
Can everybody hear me? Any better?
Is that better, guys?
Any better?
Yep, they're saying better. Okay. So I adjusted a setting on my
Thank you.
side.
Let me see if I can work it on my end too.
So we dropped down, popped up a little bit. A little. Okay, I now have the
I'll try
desktop.
to talk a little louder.
Okay, I now have the desktop audio as high as my streaming software will allow. So hopefully it'll make it better. Just if I enter an order and you hear order filled, that might blow your ears out a little bit. But if anyone with any knowledge of streaming and stuff like that, if anyone has any better ideas other than Zoom for this type of thing that works better, let us know. So like this is the first time I've ever tried anything like this. Zoom seemed to be the best idea, but I'm certainly open to suggestions for the future. Popping up off of blue candle there. Popped up a couple points. I didn't like that blue candle because it kind of touched that EMA there and came back down. But obviously it would have been good. See where we're going here. High of the evening, just since we reopened 8:25. We're sitting at 8:22. Reminder, folks, if you're enjoying the stream, please hit that thumbs up button for the YouTube algorithm. Show YouTube you like us, and maybe Sid will come on more. Again, any questions for Sid?
So I have another trend line. I have another trend line at 15,828.
All right. So you're looking forward to break that? If it breaks that trend line, you'll go
See if
long.
we can get up to there.
Okay. So are you looking to go long if you break that trend line, or are you looking for it to bounce off that trend line to go short?
So you want to show my chart?
Yeah, if you want
Right.
to. You have to do that on your side.
To go short.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I got to do my thing, don't I?
Yeah.
That's going to be tricky. Okay. Let's see if I can figure it out. What screen? This one?
Oh, we bounced off. We bounced back down. And we're
That
back
work?
down to 814. Kinda. Hold on a minute. I gotta adjust. Let's see if I can adjust. Okay, there's Sid's chart, making it a bit smaller, but there we go. So we can tell me. Still seeing what I'm looking at. NQ 1 minute chart up in the top right hand corner. Sid's chart's there. In the bottom area of the screen, you see his trend lines. If you want to explain what we're looking at, Sid, go ahead.
Yeah. So I didn't take it, but the trend line that's coming down here, that trend line was the one I was thinking about going short at, and then obviously we were talking, so I didn't do it. The next trend line I have is this topper one, which is not it's not as powerful yet. So I don't know if I would go short there or not, or long. We'd have to wait to see. But it looks like now we may be retesting the bottom, and we'll see if we get a breakthrough. Like to see what I call a power candle. So a good red candle down through, closes below the lower blue line. And then I look for a halfway up or so retest, and then I would probably go short.
I should have grabbed a couple of points there on that purple candle coming down, and I didn't. Could have grabbed that blue candle up and the purple candle down. Oh, I might. We have a purple candle on the 3 there. It looks like it wants to come down. And find my chart. I need more screens.
Order filled.
Sorry if that was really loud, guys. So I am short. And we're putting our top of that candle there. Actually, I should use this candle. Oh, really? That candle is that big? Okay. Well, There we go. Oh, look at that. Looky there. Quick move down for 2.5 points. Kind of stalled though.
JC, no, I don't prefer to. Go ahead, Brian. Sorry.
Oh, JC, no. Yeah, actually, I guess it is British. It's Tradovate's order filled. I
So
don't know.
I don't prefer to do breaks. I don't like breakdowns or breakouts. And
Sorry, we talked over each other.
so what I'm looking for here on this candle is it to come through the blue. Yeah, I'm looking for this candle to come through the blue line, close strongly through it. Hopefully the next candle goes back up a little bit. I'd like to see that a little bit bigger break. So I'm not going to touch this yet.
Order filled.
I'm out there for a 4-point win. We're now up 2 wins, 1 loss on the night. All right. So I got out there. It went down 5 points, and I got it at like 3 3/4. But I figured that was a good point to get out. We were. It's about what our ATR is, and I wasn't sure I was going to keep wanting to break down. This is what I mean about, you can. There's so many different ways to successfully trade. Sid trades a totally different way than I do, and we both trade totally different than the way JC does. You know, those people out there that still try to push that there's only one right way to trade, or can't trade with indicators, you can't trade with charts, you can't trade this, you can't trade that. You can only trade price action, etc. They just don't get it. Looks like I got out at the right time there. Agree about that, but I have never been good at hitting the reverse button. I always mess something up. Not intuitive on Tradovate. You actually got to do a drop down and change from exit to reverse, whereas on NinjaTrader, the reverse has its own button. Did I lose Sid? Still here, Sid?
No, I'm here.
Okay. You got quiet.
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure you got quiet, so I wanted to make sure we didn't have some sort of snag. That was a nice blue candle there, and I could have went long. That's another, like I said, it's one of my issues is, that was a nice trade down, and my mind doesn't quickly pop enough to grab the reversal trade back up.
Yeah, Mike, that's funny. Like the old pinball machine, Mike, the tilt button.
And we have Sid Chase with us tonight. Investor, trader, many other things.
I don't know. It's hard to tell in the evenings, guys, but I think this thing wants to go back down again.
I was thinking that too.
I'm going to try short right here. I'm going to
All right.
Damn, I got caught in that slide. You little sipper.
What was your entry, Sid? I could just look.
Looks like 15,812.75.
Yeah.
I caught in that slide.
I realized after asking that I could just look at your chart.
Thanks, JC, for joining us, man. I appreciate you. I'll talk to you in the morning.
Yep. Have a great evening, JC.
Oh, I don't like that candle.
There's.
Oh, yeah, maybe I do like it.
There we go. Purple candle on the 1. Trying to decide if I want to join you on this.
No, that's not.
Nope, I guess not.
Oh. No, don't do it. It looks like it's reversing.
Yeah. Yeah. Just as I said that, it went up.
I'm gonna punch out a VWAP, so yep. See what we get. Let this candle finish, maybe.
See, now I'm thinking I want to go long.
Wow.
Ooh, ouch.
Oh, that
Wow.
was wrong.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere. Oh.
It's all right.
Nope. You know what just happened.
So I'll just wait 6 seconds left in the candle.
That was news. Australian trade balance. That was a news.
The news.
Yeah, we both forgot about it. I mentioned it earlier that I forgot about it. Australian trade balance 7,129 million. Forecast was 7,500 million. So it affected the market just enough to hurt your trade. No, but I mean.
So here's where my thought process is, right? So I'm kind of thinking I'm definitely wrong here. So I'd like to see it come. come back down towards my entry as close as possible, and then I would just get out, break even, but it doesn't look like I'm going to get that opportunity.
Where is your stop?
Probably real quick here. I know I'm wrong, so I'm not going to go to my stop. Yep. Pickles.
I have a nice blue candle there on the 3. We've kind of in a holding pattern right now. Yeah, pulling back a little bit. A whole 5 ticks, but hey, it's something. Oh wow, Mike, that's interesting. I wonder why. This drops any. Crude's been grinding up a little bit. Ultra bond pulling back a bit. Gold's kind of sideways. Copper's been nice move up tonight. Blue candle doesn't look good, Sid.
No, it doesn't. We'll see what this candle does when the next one starts.
Hate to trade against you, but I'm going long.
Brooks is thinking,
Order filled.
this is a peekaboo candle, and we come back down to the other edge. That's what he's thinking. That's what we call those peekaboos.
You'll see. I went long looking for like 3 points.
Yep, you're gonna get it. I'm gonna get out of here. You little pissant.
Still hanging around my entry. Still in the bathroom, Brooks? Burst up a little bit there, got up 2 ticks from my target, then pulled back. There we go.
Order filled.
Target hit. Oh, 3.5 points there, $70. We're up 138.28 on the evening.
Nice work.
Thank you. Dow's popping up, ES popping up.
I don't think I'm going to get any luck here.
Pulls back here. I've been setting my targets pretty well tonight. They're hitting them and then pulling back. So, can't complain about that. Pulling back a little bit. Let's see. So did you get out of that trade, Sid, or are you still hanging in?
No, I'm still in. Still in. If it breaks that top, I'm out.
All right. Top of the hour, we have Bank of Japan's Governor Yuta semi-annual report. No idea if that's going to do anything to the market, but we probably should remember it now that we saw that the Australian trade balance kind of caused the market to go back upwards after looking like it wanted to come down. We just hit 825, which was our high of the evening, so it hit there and rejected back down by a couple points. Thank everyone for joining us tonight. Remember, we have Sid Chase here, man, full of knowledge of investing and trading and real estate and lots of other things, and he's willing to take your questions. Feel free to ask away. Brooks, if you want to ask for a raise or additional vacation days, maybe this will be the time to do it. Sid will want to look good in front of an audience. And there we go. So bouncing off that 825 for the second time. uh, but Brooks, because it was my suggestion, if you get a raise, I get 10%. Kind of watching here, seeing where another opportunity. As Mike said, playing the edges, and it's rangy for sure right now. See there, oh, not a trend line, but a array. Boom. Boom. We'll do that there. So basically 807 to 825 is the range we're playing in right now. 18 points. And you can also see why I use this RSI, the red here, and we bounce back up, green here, came down, nothing here, but then red here, and we bounce back up, and the green now, bounce back down a little bit. Well, came down to that 20, is kind of sitting there. See? BTC pulled under 44,000, I see. You have an upwards price target you're looking for, Brooks?
I'm out.
All right. It doesn't look like it's looking to drop right now. I mean, it is a red candle here, but it's kind of pointing upwards right now. 15 minutes to the top of the hour.
So if anybody's interested in learning about alternative investing, I wrote a book a while back that's available on my website, sidchase.com, and or real estate investing. It's a book about real estate on there too, and some other ones.
1 second, I'll bring that up. People can. So here's the link to the shop on the Sid Chase website. And I find my software here. There we go. Scene. A little bit blocked by the Zoom window, but here. No full guide to making money with alternative investments, and then blocked. But in the bottom left-hand corner, Noble Real Estate, and then down here in the left-hand corner, your daily dose of Noble, 365 days of wisdom to ward off the absurd. And hold on, I can't read. Absurd idiots, ignorance, and stupidity. So 3 books on Sid's website. I believe they're on Amazon as well, correct?
Yeah, I think they're still on Amazon. I normally only sell my books at the shows that I go to and speaking conferences, and look, now it's coming down for me. Oh, there we go, right back up again. So I'll tell everybody about, I'm mostly known for my real estate investing. My wife and I have actually flipped over 2,200 houses in the last 33 years.
Wow. A lot of houses.
And one of my best deals was probably back in the beginning, about house number 3 or 4. I buy a lot of REO properties from the banks. And so this realtor was trying to get me to buy this house for a very long time. Like I'm talking 6, 7, 8 months. And I wouldn't mess with it because I didn't like the village that it was in. So finally she called me up, said, look, I need you to come and buy this and just make an offer. The bank's asking $20,000 for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, half-acre lot with a detached garage on it. So I go over and take a look at it, and I instantly can see why nobody wanted to buy it. The front foundation, so in upstate New York, pretty much everybody has basements. And the block was pushed out, so it looked like the foundation was bad, but the house wasn't sagging. So I go inside. I didn't say anything to the agent. I go inside and I realize that they pushed the old block out and they put in a whole new wall. Now, this is a bank owned property, so there's no electricity, no heat, no nothing, right? And so nobody notices this. And I'm down there with my flashlight, and the agent wouldn't even come down there because it was so dark because she was scared. So, anyways, I made an offer on the house. I made an offer that afternoon for, I believe it was $12,500. The bank called me back within an hour. I took it. They took the offer. And to make the story really short, I sold the house about 3 months later. I think it was maybe 4 for $78,000.
Wow. Wow. That's quite the profit. So, Sid, so you were doing rental, or you do rentals as well, or as I'm right?
Yeah, so for a long time, my wife and I owned 50, 58 or 59 doors, right? So doors, not buildings, but doors. Everything from duplexes to fourplexes, triplexes, single family homes. A lot of our single families were leased with option to purchase. That was a big thing back in the day. Those are great deals. We made a lot of money off of those. Um, but we got really tired of it and just dealing with everybody's problems all the time. And so I was in Australia promoting my first book. I was in the conference in Sydney, Australia, and I was on stage, and I'd been there about 4 or 5 days maybe, and I could tell that they were in a massive real estate bubble. And so I got off stage that night and I called my realtor because my wife at the time wasn't a realtor and told them put everything I have on the market, sell it. I want it all gone. And I sold all the properties except for five, I think it was, before the crash came in '08, I believe it was '08, '09, '09.
Wow, good timing. Yeah, I just I've heard some people say about how getting rental properties is a great way to get extra income, but and then I hear other people say about how it's not worth the headache, constantly dealing with people trashing the place and moving out without telling you or things like that. So it's like, you know, wondering about all that.
Yeah, I normally tell people that, that call me and Blake's on here tonight, and he's one of the guys in Brooks as well, are interested in buying investment properties. And I told them that, you're better off flipping the houses. You don't get the tax breaks, but at the level of what they're doing in their lives, they don't really need the tax breaks right now. So get the cash and put it right to work in another investment is my philosophy. If you got a lot of money and you need to put it someplace, then real estate is a great place to put it long term. And you're buying higher quality rental units. Um, but if you're just getting started out and you don't have the money to get into high quality rental units, then you might as well not be in the market unless you're doing something like a lease to own, right? So you buy a single family home from the bank, you rehab it, you put a renter in it with a lease option to purchase it within 3 years. And if they don't, you get to keep all their money. If they do, then you walk away with a great deal. But other than that, I wouldn't be interested or telling anybody to do that.
That makes sense. Here in Decatur, which is a pretty economically depressed city at this point, there's a lot of homes that go up for like tax sales and all that. You can get real cheap. You gotta, fix them up some and whatnot. But I mean, my current landlord, he tried that, and he got a bunch of properties and ended up realizing it wasn't as good as it was cracked up to be.
Well, most people, Fox, they get into this because of just like stock trading, right? They think they're going to make millions, and there's lots of gurus out there trying to sell them and pitch them something, and a lot of that is what I like to call fluff and stuff. That it's Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad was. Look, I don't want to say anything bad about the guy, but it was all a bunch of fluff and stuff. So I'm not sure how I want to say this because I'm live. Let me think it through somewhat. Um, so when you're investing in real estate and you go out and you buy, let me rephrase that. So when you're investing in real estate, you want to invest in real estate, most people are thinking that this is going to be another get rich quick thing, right?
Right.
But if you really think about it, when you're buying all these rental units, you're creating yourself a job, is what you're doing, right? Because most people can't afford to have a private or a property management company come in and manage the property for 8%, 12%, 15%. Some of them here at the beach are as high as 24%. So you end up doing it yourself, thinking that
Order
you're going to
filled.
save money. Then the next thing you know, you're not only managing the properties, you're also the damn handyman for the properties. So all you've done is created yourself a job. And if you already got a job, now you got two jobs. Shh.
I went short here on this
Look at that.
break.
Almost back to my entry.
Yep, but I just took a
And I
short.
screwed that trade up.
Now I'm up a point. Let's see if it wants to break any lower for me.
People are looking for tax write-offs and stuff. Get yourself a commercial type of business or something. So we own a trucking business in Texas, outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington area, and buying trucks anywhere from $100,000 up, and I get to write those off. I get to write the whole thing off at the end of the year if I want to do that. There's no limitations to how much I can or can't write off. So it's a good way to, if you need to have a tax write-off, it's a good way to do it besides real estate.
Makes
Look at
sense.
this thing. It's going to come right back to my entry. Man. Or become a farmer.
There we
Look at
go.
that. Son of a pit pop. Now I'm upset.
Doesn't want to break below that 515. I mean 815 though. Come on.
Nice job on that call, Mike. What you got here, Ox, on a 1 minute chart here is upside down cup. So we'll see if we make that upside down handle here and then go lower from here.
All right. Yeah, I've never been good at picking up those patterns like the cup and handle and the head and shoulders and all that. It did come back up to my entry. Trades now in the red. I was 50 in the green. Let's see if it comes back down for me.
Now, if you look to the left on that 1 minute chart,
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean.
there's also another cup and handle, and that one didn't work, and that was the one that I failed on.
One down. Let's see if this might bite me. I probably should have got out when that blue candle formed going back up, but we'll see. I need to see if it breaks through that, stays above those EMAs. probably should have got out because now I'm thinking about it. Well, no. 807's been our edge to the bottom. Comes back down, maybe. Purple candle, like that. Right now, I really don't have a realistic target on it. My target's all the way down at 805. I'm just kind of letting it play out. Back up, down 2 ticks. One second. Down 3 ticks here. Hanging right on those EMAs. Which way is it going to go?
And this is why I don't like trading the evening.
Main reason I started with the Asia streams, I was doing Asia streaming
Yeah, I think you're right too, Mike.
when I first started. It's just because I know that there are people out there that have 9 to 5s that don't allow them to trade during the day. It's not like they can be on a construction site or sometimes, or they have bosses that look over their shoulders or whatever, and they can't be trading. So I wanted to try and show that there are opportunities in the evening. It's a lot slower, but you can find the opportunities if you want to start your journey. That's why I started the Asia streams. Ooh, that's a little
Well,
boost.
Brooks trades during the day when he's working for me, so I think he needs to give me a cut of any of his winnings.
I stopped down to the top of that last little burst up there.
Skip's still with us? She out feeding the chickens.
Kim Hill, paging Kim Hill. Yep, she's
I'm
there.
here, she says.
Okay, come down just a couple points. I'll be happy with a couple points here. Wrong way.
Yep. Look at that BS. That's why I don't like trading this evening market.
Sunday evenings seem to be the best evening to trade the Asia. You get the pent up demand from the weekend, so things move pretty well. And as the week drags on, you lose more and more volume. Brooks asks, does anybody else here trade crypto? I didn't really trade it. I had some crypto for a little while, but needed the money, so I cashed it all out.
Stop filled.
There we go. Stopped out. So it went backwards a little bit. 94.10 green on the evening. I read the other day that someone had invested $10,000 in the Shiba Inu when it first came out.
Mike, are you still on here? Mike Cowley.
They would have made $1 billion out of that 10,000.
Man.
Anyway, that right back down, so it stopped me out and then goes back down. Very rangy mutt. Crude continues to head up a little bit. Ultra bond correcting, so it's actually a pretty nice move for the ultra bond for this time of night. Sorry about the sounds coming back from my computer. Gold with a decent move down. Whoa. Copper exploded there at the top of the hour. Nice, Brooks. Any other questions for Mr. Sid Chase on anything real estate, Investing, gold, silver. Silver and gold. Living on a yacht. Ooh, look at that boost up. Trying to get back up to the high of the evening.
That was great times right there, buddy. I enjoyed the heck out of that.
Yeah, definitely ask questions if you have them. Not often you get to pick the brain of a multimillionaire that's done so many different things in his life. I guarantee you, once I get my trading where I need it to be and actually have money to invest, I'll be picking Sid's brain to figure out where I want to go with it. Pulls back a little bit after getting back up, got up to 23.5. So again, we're still just stuck in this range. If we look at the 3-minute, I mean, looks like it wants to try and push higher here now. But we'll have to see whether it can do it or not. About 45 minutes left to go on the stream, unless something insanely exciting happens. Another pullback. That's where I don't catch things fast enough. That was a nice red candle coming back out of the bands. It could have quick, yeah, easy for me to say, quick 3 points. That's the thing with the 1-minute chart. It gives a lot of opportunities, but you got to be constantly staring at it. And just totally wiped away my whole thing about looking like it wants to head up. Sid, I think the next time we do this, we'll need to do it with a little bit more planning time, so we can advertise it for about a week, so people are more prepared for possibly asking questions and stuff. We kind of sprung this on everyone last minute.
Yeah, that sounds good. So Mike texted me again. I don't know why he's not putting it on the screen, but he's asking me about gold IRAs. So gold IRAs are okay, Mike. You can get them either managed or self-directed. Um, you just got to look at what they are charging for managing that, or if it's managed. And if it's self-directed, obviously you won't have a management fee, but you will have other fees. So you need to look at those. Just send the information to me, buddy, and I'll take a look at it before you're ready to pull the trigger.
Good evening, John DeFore. How are you doing? John, do you have any questions for Sid? one finance
Hey,
guy to
John.
another.
John usually asks me about relationship questions. I help him out in that department.
Uh, and then he doesn't follow your advice anyway.
Hmm. Nope, he chickened out. I don't blame him. Oh man. Yeah, John, what do you want to know about the cask? I believe I did send you that information about cask whiskey investing.
Just pushing down here again. So it got us both. Sid got me on that second attempt down. Now, got you in that first attempt.
Yeah, I was long there, so I made some of my profit or my loss back up. I'm down. I think I took like a $18 loss on that one move, and then I just made six or seven of it back. I think it was.
John wants to know if you have any of the whiskey yet.
John, I have not pulled the trigger on that. I'm kind of deciding whether I want to do the whiskey cask investing, or do I want to do some art investing? So I don't drink and I don't know a whole lot about art. I just know it's a good place to put some, extra cash to invest it. But both of those are long-term investments, 3 to 5 years. I think, John, there might have been some lower ones. I thought I read, or actually not read, sorry. I talked to those guys, and I think there was some that you could invest in were around $10,000 maybe.
I'm curious. So you're saying about 10,000, and you said 3 to 5 years. What type of return are you expecting once you sell?
If I remember correctly, and I don't have it in front of me, but I think well, one, it depends on how far along it was when you bought it, but aged wise, and then how many barrels were actually produced in there. But I believe they were, John, maybe you know better, but I think they were talking 15% or more.
Not bad.
But let me see if I can go look it up real quick.
Pop back up and then a little bit coming back down. Purple candle. Trying to decide if I want to take a short here.
Order filled.
Probably tell I took a short. That candle looks huge, but it's all 3 points. So remember, 3 points stop. 4 point stop. I'm wrong. And we're popping right back up.
The other thing I invested in on the gold side that a lot of people don't know about or even talk about is it's called DeFi the Grid. DeFi the Grid. And you can go there and invest in gold backs. I've been in since the beginning on those, and I believe I bought my first $100 gold backs for like maybe $150 or something, and now they're worth each one of them's worth over $3,000 or $4,000.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I remember you shared that website once, and I looked at it. It's pretty interesting. Sid, for your art investing that you're looking at, are you looking at like full pieces, or are you looking at doing? I've noticed there's been a lot of talk about like shares of piece art lately. Is that what you're looking at?
So I use Masterworks. So I use Masterworks is who I'm interviewing right now to decide if I want to get involved. Again, I don't know anything about artwork, so I decided that I may go with them because they assign you an assistant or a manager to help you walk through things. And again, this is not something that if you're just starting out should be investing in. This is you got discretionary cash to move around or whatever. If I said that right. So that's what I'm looking at, Masterworks, and you can do, little small investments as well with them. So I was reading the Irish whiskey cask brochure here, and it says that, however, the current demand for Irish liquid over 5 years old is 950 LPAs per year. There is a huge supply versus demand gap that will take years to bridge. So when you buy one of these things, the longer you hold it, the more money you're going to make.
Interesting. Someday in the future, we're gonna have whiskey futures.
So let's say you bought a cask in the beginning, when it first got put in, and 5 years later, you roughly should have 385 to 400 bottles of liter, what do they call it? CL liters or something like that of bottles of whiskey at 46%. What do they call it? ABVs. That's a lot. That's pretty strong whiskey.
Wow.
And they're averaging 2% per annum rate return. So in 5 years, you're looking at 10% minimum.
Looks like John wants to know your favorite baseball team.
I think. Hold on one second. John, I need to ask probably in Chase your favorite baseball team. Yeah, definitely will grow some hair on your head. I got plenty of hair. I'm not short on that department. Baseball team, John, I don't really follow professional baseball. When I did, I would say that I would be an Oakland A's fan. I started back in Vita Blue days, and then I would probably say maybe the Boston Red Sox.
Vita Blue is a great picture. This is coming down. Is it going to get back down to the low of the evening? Which was around 807. I'm in short, so it'll be a nice little drop if it does.
Instead of staying in my short, huh, Ryan? Ox,
Yeah, yeah.
my first short.
That would have been hard to stay in through all those ups and downs.
Oh, that's great. That's great, John.
Right.
That's pretty cool, John. I'll have to check him out.
For anybody who doesn't know, I'm a Phillies fan.
A home run champ at Georgia Tech. That's awesome. That's great.
But John, that just seems normal anymore for power hitters. No one hits for power and average anymore. And it bend this band on the 3 to get down lower here. You really need to have patience trading in Asia. Not like physically in Asia, but during the Asia session. That's a nice move down.
There it is.
Struggling at 810 though. Let's see if it breaks through. There's 809.
Well, I'm not going to try to pronounce the name, but whoever just signed in and said hello, welcome aboard. W, Ben.
Yeah, this the name thing is what gets me. I know so many people mispronounce my last name, so I always feel bad when I mispronounce other people's names. I'm gonna get out there. It's kind of
Order filled.
heaven and Holland. That was a $85 win there. So 4.25 points, putting us up now on the evening, $174.92. The Bean Sigma, hello, welcome to the stream. Glad you could join us.
Man, I think I'm your good luck charm.
Yeah, I think so, Sid. Tio, hello.
Tio, welcome.
Always curious for new people that I don't recognize. Feel free to tell us about yourselves. How long you've been trading futures? Do you use prop firms or your own money? And how did you find the stream? Because I'm nosy like that. But you can also always tell me to mind my own business.
Ox, I use my wife's money.
Oh, we jumped by about 10 new subscribers tonight, so that's pretty nice.
Nice job, Brooks.
Yep, good job.
Have a great night, buddy. I'll see you in the morning. 08 0800.
And again, wow, I'm getting a little bit lucky here. Let's see. I got out at 809.75 and it only went down another 1 point before bouncing there. TO, let's see. Begin trading about 3 years, starting to get some consistency and finding my edge. I've been funded a few times but keep losing the accounts. You sound a lot like me, TO. Trade gold on Forex. I trade the market for almost 4 years now. Learned a lot, like market profiles, give me the delta and pivot points. Awesome. So I hope you're finding some profitability there, Devine. We trade futures, not Forex here on the stream, but we do welcome Forex traders as well.
So my adoptive daughter Sierra has said goodbye to me. Make sure you get to bed early tonight and you're on time for work in the morning, young lady.
Sid likes this streaming thing. He can tell people he can tell people directly what they should be doing. Now Brooks can say I didn't know I didn't need to. Brooks can't say I didn't know I needed to be at work at 8 because it was here live and it could be right in the recording of the
You're
stream.
welcome, Gio.
That's a good way to do it, Devine. And if I'm pronouncing that right and wrong, please let me know. John's asking if you trade trend lines. Yes, he does.
Yeah, John, that's my chart down in the bottom. Yes, I do most of the time on the futures. I'm not a big indicator user. I normally don't trade in the evenings, so
No, this is a beautiful pop back up. I just didn't think to play it back up.
that was a pretty fast move.
Yeah. Again, we have Sid
It's almost
Chase.
like we're playing ping pong tonight, Ox.
Yeah, it really is. Folks, for those that are just joining us, those that haven't been here before, we have Sid Chase joining us. Sid Chase is a long time investor in many different things, as well as a swing and day trader, real estate guy, and a whole bunch of other things. He's joined us tonight. He's willing to take any questions you might have about investing, trading, real estate, or anything else in those areas. So feel free to ask. We have about 20 minutes left to go in our stream. My cat has just jumped on my desk, so I can't see my screen right now, but you can still feel free to ask questions.
Trend lines are powerful, and I typically wait for a consolidation phase that ranges between 1 and 2 weeks. So you're what I would call a mid level or mid length swing trader, W. Wow, that's a long time. I mean, for swing trading. I mean, I guess it's not, but that's a great job, man. I don't think I could do that on swing trades. That's a great job.
I have trouble holding trades for 10 to 20 minutes.
I'm lucky if I can hold them for 1 or 2.
Absolutely, and there'll never be a judgment of anybody here in how they trade. No one's ever going to tell you trade wrong or need to trade different. We were talking about that earlier. Everybody's welcome here in MightyOxTrading. John, you're going to give me a reputation. But I was proud of my 4-second $500 trade last week.
Uh, Devine, do you, or Devine, sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. I apologize. On your gold, I know you do the Forex, but do you invest in like a physical or do any equities or just the Forex? Okay. Okay. I've never done Forex before. I don't know anything about Forex.
One more question for you, Devine, since we're putting you on the spot. Do you trade your own your own money, or do you use the various forex prop firms? Devine has no idea. Had no idea he was walking into an interview. Okay.
Oh, come on.
Back down we come. Definitely like ping pong, as Sid said earlier. Quick check of the other stuff. Let's see. Crude's still rising. At one pullback there, but still below 70. Ultra Bond's kind of leveled out. Gold, kind of just there right now. Silver down, up, down. Copper leveled out after that big move. Agriculture, well, that was actually a decent move on soybeans there for this time of night. Nice. All right, so you shorted gold at 2050. Did you have you taken profit yet, or are you still in that trade? Where is gold now? I forgot to look. 2045. Okay. It dipped a little bit lower. Ooh, cat's playing with my mouse. Ironic. All right. I mean, really nice win for you. I don't know how Forex works with the pips and all that, so I don't know how much profit that would be. It sounds like it would be great profit. Uh, To, the best advice is okay. For I guess the question is, do you recognize when you're starting to tilt, or do you tilt and don't recognize it until after you've already done it? Sid, do you ever deal with tilt or getting, revenge trading or anything like that?
I don't so much. Yeah, I don't so much anymore because I do recognize it now. But one of the things I put in place to help me with that, and I learned this from a futures trader up in Canada, um, garage day trader. But every time I take a trade, whether it's good or bad, I try to take a 5 minute break. I literally get up and walk away from my screen. Um, doesn't matter if it's a win or not, but I get up and walk away. And that seems to reset myself. I notice when I spend too much time in the screen, what we call like a deer in headlights. You're just blinded, you don't see anything, and you need to walk away and come back, and you get a different picture of things, a clearer picture is what I should say. So maybe trying to take a little break in between might help you some.
There you go, Tio. Do you think is that something you could do, where after each trade, especially a losing trade, you get up and get away from your screen, walk away, take a little walk, play a quick game of solitaire or something, just to reset yourself? Wow, one trade a month. That's
Second
really
loss of the night. What a dumb, dumb, jum, 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 jum. Ah. do not like trading in the evening.
We might be seeing Sid go until here. If we are coming back down.
No, I should have never took that trade. That was a dumb trade even to take. It was a dumb position.
Yeah, it's dipping a little bit here. We've been in the range all night of about an 18-point range. 25 to the top side and like 7 to the downside. Does it want to break that range to the downside? Or is it just going to ping pong back up? But yeah, T, I really like Sid's advice there, just because I mean, if you can't recognize the tilt that it's starting, if you just make that a rule that you do it each time, even if it's just when you take a loss or whatever, or win or loss, that way, even if you're not recognizing it, it still gives you that break, and then you can get back in. You probably, as you're walking or doing whatever else you're doing in that 5 minutes, you realize it then that the emotions you're starting to feel. And we just got to the bottom of the range. Let's see if it breaks it. I really wish I had taken that purple candle, but that's okay. And that's a good thing too, to be, you specialize and you really get to know its moves, and that's good for a lot of traders. Fighting the market's never going to win to you. The market's always going to end up winning if you're not in the right mind frame. And I've been there. I get there. I mean, I don't remember what stream it was. I've done hundreds of streams, but there's one stream out there where I loudly declared, I hate trading. So yeah, I definitely understand. Yeah, it was definitely a good place to sell. Now, just about everybody in here are day traders, so you know where you can't really hold overnight. Where most of us, not like Sid, but most of us are using prop firms, so they don't allow us to hold through the close and into the open. My average trade is totally opposite of yours. My average trade lasts like 2 minutes. So it got down to that same area that we've gotten down to a couple times tonight, but again did not break through. Yeah, definitely send them an email. You did check your spam and all that? Just touched it again, touched the bottom of that range. recoil back like it's hot. There's a break. And a quick one. Look at that pushing down now. So we're getting close to wrapping up here at the top of the hour. Any final questions for Mr. Sid Chase, who was nice enough to join us tonight? We will probably do this again sometime in the future.
Thanks, John. I appreciate that.
Sid, do you use pivot points at all? The Bean's asking.
I tried them a while ago, for a long time. Um, no, I would say I don't use them anymore, obviously. And but again, like I said earlier, if they are working for you, then you should use them. Um, Occasionally I have on my charts, if I still have it on here, let me see real quick. Uh, nope, I don't. Usually I put on, sometimes I'll put on supply demand line, that pop up automatically for me. But other than that, no. Man, I should have stayed short on that. I was short. I got out with like 11.50, $12 win. Should
It's
have stayed in longer. Oh
suddenly
well.
suddenly dropping hard. My thought about pivot points is I think they're better for the way Bean trades, with holding trades for days versus day trading, where you're holding trades for minutes or even hours. I think pivot points work better for long-term trades. Got down to
Oh,
801.75.
that went right back up.
Yeah. Nice, John.
I don't ever trade the YM, John. What is the or maybe Ox, what's the point value on that, and what do you got to have for
It's
holding money and stuff?
it's five
How
five
much is it
hour
a tick?
$5 a tick. It's weird because a tick and a point is basically the same thing.
So
So it's $5 a point. So like on this last 5 minute candle here, the one right before we're in now, it went down 11 points. So it was a $55 candle. Look at this, trying to break 800 now on NQ. It dipped below by a tick.
okay. Yeah, if I'd have stayed in this one, if I'd have stayed in this long short,
Yep,
I
both of
would have
us.
wiped out all the losses.
Look at that. It gave me two purple candles that I explicitly ignored, and I'm not even sure why.
I need you to get me to send that. Can you send that thing to me? Is that like a software code written thing, script, whatever they call that?
Where?
Is that something you can share or no?
What are you? What are you referring to?
Your 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 triggers.
Huh? My 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 chart? Something on my chart? I'm confused.
Yeah, yeah, no. So when you get your blue candles and your purple candles,
Oh,
that's, I think you said one time that was a script or a code or something that
yeah,
somebody wrote for you. Is that
yeah,
something that you can share or no?
it's a mashup of two indicators on TradingView that someone coded together for me. I mean, I could send you the code. I mean, I could actually publish it on TradingView. You use TradingView, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I can either send you the code for it. Perhaps I can even look how to actually publish it, where it's not private, so it could be downloaded by used by others. Yeah. Uh, Give me a day or so on that, and I'll get that figured out.
Well, just let me know when you do that, please.
Absolutely.
I'd appreciate it.
And John, I agree with you. YM does not always is the rebel of the indices. It's the one that doesn't want to run with the other ones.
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to sleep with my. I'm gonna have to put my long johns on tonight. I just saw it's 39 degrees here. Oh my goodness.
Actually, oh, you might be. Wow, you're the same temperature we are here in Decatur, Illinois. 30. It's 38 here. So much for going to the beach to escape the cold.
You guys get that funny white stuff though. I don't get that.
Yeah.
John gets a lot of that white stuff up there in Canada. Canada. Canada.
Yes, he does. Oh, we have reached the top of the hour here, 9
So,
Eastern.
John, where, if you don't mind me asking, just give me a ballpark idea. But I used to live in Rochester, New York. So, are you north of the Lake Ontario anywhere in that span of Lake Ontario, or are you east or west of that?
I didn't realize Canada had a banana belt.
Oh, okay. I know where Windsor is. Yeah, yeah. So I'll tell you a real quick story, and I think Ox might want to wrap it up here. I'm not sure, but so when I was like 14 or 15 years old, I ran away from home. I stole my brother-in-law's boat that he had docked at my parents' marina, and I drove that thing with a friend of mine all the way across Lake Ontario over to Canada. What a ride.
Oh, wow. That must have been fun. Yep. So we are going to wrap up here. I do want to thank Sid Chase for joining us tonight. Hopefully he'll join us again in the future. It's been fun having you on, Sid.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it. It was a great time. And real quick to John, I know right where Lockport is. I spent a lot of time in and out of Lockport, John. So I know right where she's at. But thank you, Ox, and thank everybody for showing up here tonight. It was a great time. I hope all of you, and especially you new folks, I hope you all come back and trade with us some more and tell us what you're doing. And because we're very interested in what what other traders are doing, not just what we're doing here. So come on back, join us again. We're on here Mondays and Wednesday nights, and we're live every day in the morning. So give us an opportunity to share our thoughts, and we'd love to hear yours. I appreciate Ox everything.
Yeah, he said it way better than I could. That was a great outro there, Sid. And do we real quick, a question from Devine? Do you guys use COT data? No, I do not use COT. We're either on a I'm always on a CQG or a Rhythmic data feed. And Chase trades his own accounts, so I'm not sure who his brokerage is. So that's it for tonight. We'll be back on tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time. And then our next evening stream will be on Monday.
I use AMP, so I'm CQG.
Have a great night, everybody. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Thanks to Devine. I appreciate it. You have a great night or a great morning wherever you may be. Kim, talk to you later. Take care.
Hope you enjoyed today's live stream. Remember, we do this every day, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. We're out. Hope you'll continue to join us. Also want to invite you to join our Discord community. Great community of traders. That went pretty well, Sid. I'm just shooting the breeze about other things as well.
That went pretty well.
Traders and encouraging traders there. Also, of course, follow me on social media, mainly on Twitter. Work out that. Where you'll always find updates on the latest prop firm discounts and reviews. Yeah, I agree. As well as get notified whenever a new video comes out from MightyOxTrading. Have a great rest of your day.